So just really been meditating on the concept of Cosmic Crucible. Full transparency, this is kind of a reaction video to one of the Let's Talk About It videos. If you're not checking out Taco stuff, please do. He kind of has like a round table thing, kind of like a podcast thing, talks with himself and a couple other people, and they just talk about the game, man. They just talk about the game, what's going on, why, where, and how. You get a couple different perspectives, people playing from different points of view in the game. Very insightful. We'll put a link in the description. Please make sure you check that out. It was a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about the Crucible 32. He was talking with Dorky, Run 7. We got Zubin on there and Juicy. And again, a lot of good information came out of this, man. It really got my head spinning. It got me to thinking. The other day, Valley had Sticky on. He was talking about his love for Crucible, and it's a game mode that a lot of people enjoy. And some people feel it's getting ruined. And so if it gets ruined, it might be one of the few things that people are still excited to come back to the game about. So I just wanted to talk about it. These cats came up with some good ideas. It got me thinking. And I just wanted to put them down, wanted to put them on paper, want to talk about maybe some viewpoints I had and just some suggestions for how the game mode could be made more fun. So like anything in life, right, change happens, and usually change is good. Sometimes not so much, but generally speaking, change is good. And Scopely changed, Crucible. So Crucible was one way. They kind of started getting to little cookie cutter stuff. People didn't like it. And then the 32 tournament happened. And people's joy for the game mode seemed to increase. So there's positive change there, right? And that positive change can be embraced. It can be used as a catalyst to keep things moving. But first off, how did you enjoy the tournament? Did you enjoy it? Because I know there's some people who didn't. And that's fine. So if you did not enjoy it, please give reasons why. If you did enjoy it, please give reasons why. Once you have reasons, that can be built into something that can help people to understand where you're coming from. And in that way, success can be attained. For example, if you did enjoy the tournament, how often do you think something like that should happen? Once a year? Twice a year? Quarterly? Should that be the standard for how Crucible goes? Do you have any, right? So let's get some of that positive feedback. What didn't you like about the timing of it? Some people are like, well, if it's going to be for a whole week, I don't know, man, right? So let's give that feedback for the purpose of making things better, right? So Scopely sucks is not an answer. You have to say, I enjoyed it because of this. I like this feature. This other feature over here I did not like. I did not enjoy it because of A, B, and C. That's actionable intelligence, and people can use that information to make changes and get stuff done. One thing that was mentioned on Taco's video, I think it was Dorky who said it. He said, hey, how about they go up to 8 rooms, right? Expand the rooms. We need more rooms. That way you can have more variation. A downside that he did indeed mention was that newer players, right? They're not going to have enough teams to fill out the defensive side of that situation. And personally, I think that that's fine. Little Gid, right? Beginner account, 6 months. Little Gid doesn't have anything on defense in Cosmic Crucible. We got Tangled Web that I could sort of assemble. I got my low level Wakandans just because that's the only thing to give resistance, and that's pretty much it. So that's kind of the trade-off, right? The experienced veteran player is going to have more options to choose from. That just is what it is. And as a newer player, we're going to be more offensive minded, and as you mature in your account, you can start working on defense as well. I think that's a fair trade-off. In my mind, the breakdown would work like this. 2 rooms are the Scopely money rooms, because they're a business, they got to make money, right? They're a business, they got to make money. So 2 rooms are the Scopely money room. That's where the cookie cutter teams are going to be. And we're asking, we just limit that to 2, right? Because that's kind of the problem. People are a little upset that you have 6 rooms and now you're making 2 of them have to be a certain way, and almost hinting that the 3rd one needs to be a certain way. And you're shrinking the amount of rooms that people have to kind of mix and match, which is kind of the, right? That's the point of the game mode, to kind of mix and match and see what you can come up with. Theorycraft, think about some stuff based on the rules of the room. So Scopely, if he could just keep it to those 2, we get it. We understand. You got to make money. You got to sell teams. 100% understand that. And I think then Run 7 was like, yo, the rooms should change more. We should change the rooms. And there was a debate about, how are you going to do that? How are they going to make the rooms change, right? Especially if you want to do it more often, right? His point was more often. So like maybe every Crucible, maybe, you play your 3 matches, there's the break, and then you come in for the next 3 matches and rooms have changed, right? Well, how are you going to be able to pull that off? For me, I'm thinking you take 4 other rooms. So 2 are dedicated to Scopely rooms. You take 4 and make those Scourge rooms, right? You already have the rules already built into the game. You're already using these or have used them in other areas of the game. I think you can just transport them. It looks like it, right? With some of the rules that we have, they look like they're just Scourge rules anyway. So go ahead and expand that 4 rooms. And yeah, maybe these ones change. Would that be dope? Would you like that? I think that would be dope. These ones change every week, right? So every Sunday or whatever, boom, the new rules kick in those rooms, and you got to look and see what's going on. And you could get them by using, again, the Scourges. So it wouldn't take a huge amount of work, would it? I mean, I don't know enough about computers to know, but like you already got Scourges from the Horseman Saga. So we're talking about hundreds, literally, right? We're talking about hundreds of Scourges that we already have in the game from the Horseman Saga. On top of that, we already have some from the Nova event. And presumably this is how legendary events are going to go now. So each iteration of the next legendary character, after that legendary character event passes, you can just grab those Scourges and just keep throwing them back in the mix to keep the rotation going for those 4 variable rooms. That would keep things fresh, right? Something would always be changing. The theory crafters would always have something to do. That would spark a lot of talk and discussion among the player base who enjoys that type of thing. Not only that, Scopely, but it would encourage more use of roster, which is more money in your pocket and contributes to the fact that, right, no characters are skippable, right? If you have your vast variety, your hero collection, if I got my whole toy box to choose from, I'm going to be more inclined to do that. Especially if the rules continue to change, it helps you to continue to look win-win. So by my calculations, that leaves 2 rooms left. That brings us to the special rooms. So once again, Scopely, it's going to be on you. What you can do in these last 2 rooms, these also be permanent. So you got your money rooms where your teams go in, that'll be permanent. You got the 4 variable ones that'll change, and then these 2 will be permanent. And these ones are where you come up with the special rules. These ones where you got to dig deep, talk to the people, your people, right? Talk to your developers, the people that are coming up with the stuff, and come up with 2 awesome rules that people can figure out what will be the best to do over the course of the season. And make sure you're getting this dude, right? Make sure you're getting Sean, Big Sean. Make sure Big Sean's involved, right? I see you, Big Sean. I see the Triforce back there. I know he's a gamer from way back, right? He's a dude that was coming up with the Scourges anyway. So make sure you pick his brain. Let him get in on this. If he's not already, I'm sure he's involved, but make sure that he's involved. Or whoever on his team can sit down and come up with 2 dope rules for the season for people to figure out. And maybe you even know, Scopely, since you know what's coming out, right? You know what's coming out. Maybe there's a character, you don't say anything, but like a patch and a half, all of a sudden here's this character that comes out. You didn't say he's for Crucible, he's for a different team, but for some reason that particular character, right, gives a little boost in one of these rooms. Not just stats, but like, you know, his kit and just how it works. And so you had tweaked the rules a little bit. We didn't expect it. All of a sudden the character comes out like, yo, man, if you put this dude in here, right? Don't make a cookie cutter team. Don't make a cookie cutter team, but like, yo, man, this cat came out and it's pretty dope, right? He works really good in this room on offense, or you could use him on defense, right? It's up to you. It would be sweet. So those are just some ideas that have been floating around in my head since we watched the Taco's video. So how about you? I mean, the community is wide and varied. There's a lot of discussion about Crucible. So let's brainstorm. What ideas do you have that would make the game mode sweet? And we gotta go past the surface, y'all. We gotta go past the surface. No cookie cutter team. Scopely sucks. Those aren't answers, man. We got to go past the surface. We got to dive deep. What do you really want to see in this game mode, man? Leave a comment below. And please, if you feel so inclined, get in on the player's voice, man. Get in on the player's voice. Let cats know your ideas. Let cats know about your thoughts. And I'll just leave y'all with that. Make sure you're making sure to take care of yourself. Make sure you're getting your thoughts and dreams in life. Put them on paper. Put them in practice. Have a good summer, y'all. Peace.